This isn't just football. It's purpose. It's power. Learning about the people who execute the mission and represent more than just themselves. Behind every jersey is a story. Behind every whistle, a mission. Led by the coaches. Coach Rackley, Roseville. First and Goal 365 brings you the Legacy and Leadership Series every Monday at 7 o'clock p.m.
The First and Goal 365 podcast, the #1 podcast for player development, both on and off the field. And this is our leadership and legacy segment that goes with the Bull City Classic that will be held August 16th at Durham County Memorial Stadium. So the guest that I have today, when we first started First and Goal 365, when I was doing this in my living room, he was doing it from his porch. 1 minute he's going out, the next minute I'm going out. Like we put it together. It was during COVID, but it worked out, and now here we are still. We done made a 360. I got head coach of Roseville High School, Coach Rack. How you doing, Coach Rack? Good. Y'all let me know out there if he needs to come closer to the mic, because he's a soft-spoken brother. But no, man, it's good to have you here. It's good to be back doing this again. And the good thing that we get to do today is not talk specifically X's and O's. We just get to talk about rap. Because a lot of people see Roseville, they see the pictures, they see the record, they see the rankings, they see all that, but they really don't know a lot about Coach Rack. So how did you get to this point here at Roseville High School?
I mean, I can go back to, me just being from Jacksonville, never had a desire to coach at all, thinking I was going to be able to play, of course, college football and in the pros and all that stuff, and that was going to be my story. But God had a different plan, man, and I really got into this coaching thing in 2016. I finished playing arena ball. I broke my leg in 2015, and during that time, I'm like, man, God, what I'm going to do?
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't realize even that year alone, in January, I believe it was January that year, one of my best friends' mom passed. It was really, really close. She passed. I didn't know she was sick, nothing like that. She passed. And then in March of that year, I broke my leg on my birthday. I broke my leg at practice. Dude, first call attacking me, snapped my fibula, dislocated my ankle. The next day, I had surgery. And a week later, like 3 NFL teams called me. We're trying to get me to training camp. I couldn't go. So that kind of, rocked me. And then fast forward, man, that same year in September 24th that year, man, my brother got killed back home in Jacksonville.
Sorry about that.
During this time, I'm still, my faith journey is growing a little more. I'm being more active in the church. I'm still trying to decide on where I'm at, in my walk. And then, came back. Because at that time, I'm like, okay, I came back for that 16 year, I came back to play one more time. And I was like, man, I'm 28 years old. Right? I ain't about to play arena football. It's a hobby now. Time for me to go home and settle down and see if I can get a family. And Lord knows, Lord brought my wife into the picture, my fiance at the time, my wife in the picture. We got married in 2017 and then got into coaching. My first year coaching, I was at Leesville Road. I was there from 17 to 2020. Lots of different journeys there. But I started, just a JV coach, running backs coach. Had a good time there. Then that's when my antenna started to pop up and started to rise up. And a lot of people don't even know during that time when I was at Leesville, a lot of scrutiny, a lot of behind the scenes, backdoor stuff I didn't know about. That I told myself whenever I did become a head coach and that opportunity presented itself, I know how to go about doing it. It's different when you sitting in that seat as a head coach.
It is.
Where everybody else can do what they want to do and you get scrutinized for other stuff.
We'll get there.
But no, man, this humble journey is humble beginnings, man. One thing I stand on and one thing people don't know, people that do know me but don't really know me, know of me. One thing about me, man, I'm going to stand strong in my faith. Even when times get tough. People don't even know, they don't see the late night hours or the sleepless nights or whatever the case may be, man, because that's not for them. You know what I mean? and I just try to keep doing it to glorify God, man, and do whatever I can using this platform I have, such as football.
Yeah.
And then in 2020, man, I came to Leesville. I came to Roseville, man. I left Leesville in faith. I'm being honest. I was frustrated. I was described. I wanted to give football up as a whole.
Yeah.
Till I was burnt. Me and you had those conversations already. And so I went to Roseville in 2020, and right before COVID happened and all that stuff, crazy enough, like I went to I had a meeting with the former head coach, Coach Sam, and the other guys, and then like 3 or 4 days later, the whole world stopped. So I'm like, God, is this another sign?
Right.
Get out of this?
Right.
But again, I stayed diligent. I stayed committed to my faith and my journey, and just kept seeking the Lord on it. And got there. At first, I wasn't a JV head coach. I became a JV head coach my second year there, and I built some great relationships with the coaches, the staff, admin, whatever. And then, you know, unforeseen stuff happened at Roseville that allowed me to be the head coach in 2023. But again, during the same time, I built relationships, all that type of stuff inside the building. Not going into my sixth season at Roseville. Going to my sixth season as a whole at Roseville, my third season as a head coach. Got me where I'm at now.
Yeah. And that's dope. Like, now one thing I'm going to talk about, because I think you should share it. We actually were competing against each other while I was at Enloe. But you gave me a call and said, Coach, I have to ask you a question. And one of the things that people don't know, and I think it's important to say for the coaches who are in the seat that you were once in, your time at Leesville was almost volunteer. Like you didn't see the money that coaches were seeing at Leesville, but still putting in that effort. Talk about how that helped transition to where you're at right now and how that opened doors for you by waiting your time and like you said, staying the course.
Man, having hard conversations with my wife, one, because she was like, all right now.
Right.
2 years, 3
Yeah.
years, and you still doing it without them paying you?
Right.
I'm just going. And again, I'm green.
Yeah.
So I'm so green to believing people who I can trust, thinking they have my best interests at heart and mind, that they tell me the right thing, not knowing the ins and outs until I talk to you.
Right.
Like, nah, bro, you supposed to be getting X, Y, and Z. And I didn't know that, but during that time, it really opened my eyes to a lot, and like me being more vocal, being more strong in who I am. A lot of people see this side of rap.
Right.
They don't know Jackson's a new ball.
Right.
And I didn't want to show that side. But
Right.
towards my end of my time at Leesville, that started to unwrap. Right. And so I told my wife, I said, look, man, before I crash out on these people, I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah.
And the whole money situation, they lied to me in my face. They could have took care of me, but they chose not to take care of me. Which again, it's not about the money, but it is when you got a young family.
Yeah.
My son was born in 2018. While I'm at Leesville. So I'm like, I'm giving all this time, giving all this effort, which is cool. But I'm thankful of the journey because it allowed me to build some great relationships with those young kids and some of the coaches there at Leesville.
Yeah.
But it was tough, man. I ain't gonna lie, it was tough. You know, I was a TA at the time. You know, people don't know about TAs. They don't get a lot.
You don't get no money.
And I also was told I was doing a lot of training at the time. I couldn't train.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
but they told me I couldn't train. Okay, that don't sound right. Again, that was a lie.
Yeah.
But you know, everything kind of unfolded how it unfolded.
So tell me how, because I love the fact that you openly speak about your faith. Tell me how your faith guided you through that so that you didn't have to crash out, and then ultimately, you know, getting the opportunity to be in a position where, you know, leaning on your faith has you in a blessed opportunity here.
I had to stay on my knees, bro. I had to stay in a place of seek, meaning like I had to stay in the presence. I had to pray. I had to, you know, ask for guidance to my spiritual leaders, my wife, and people around me that I know is really anchored in the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not knocking nobody else, but for me, it was like, and mind you, in 2017, I was a babe in Christ. I wasn't like how I am now.
Yeah.
I had to grow. And for me, man, I just felt myself reverting back to my old ways.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Lord, this ain't me. You know what I mean? I left that old man for a reason. Changed my heart. I don't want to get to a place where I'm being cold, ready to fight,
Right.
do certain stuff that can jeopardize my future for what's to come. I know what's to come.
Right.
And I think that's why, and I ain't trying to tear up or nothing like that, man, but I think that's why God has allowed me to be in the place I'm in now, outside of all the other stuff people don't see.
Right.
So, yeah, I think it's not about him, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people say that, but I'm serious. Like, how I used to be, bro, like, I'm just, if it wasn't for him, like, for me to really stand still on, Lord, I don't want this, take this away from me.
Right.
When I'm going to give up, he's like, no, I got something greater for you.
Right.
And not really understanding what it meant during that time, but he had to show me. You know what I'm saying? He had to show me, like, okay, just wait a little longer.
Yeah.
And the benefits and reap the benefits of your harvest, because your harvest is not in vain.
Yeah.
And what that was all the people who I impacted, you know, regardless of me getting paid or not. They don't know the conversations out of the heartache I'm dealing with when I leave the school
At
Leesville to go home and tell my wife, no, I ain't get another year ago. Whatever the case may be. But she also had to see it from my heart. And I'm like, I don't know what's coming behind this.
Yeah.
But God go get the glory out of this. And later on, we're going to reap the benefits of it. So,
how do you use your faith to build the relationships with kids, especially kids who they're not used to hearing that? You get what I'm saying? So like from us, that might not be the first part of conversation, but how have you used that to leverage it? Not just even with the high school kids, because you work with the dark horses for youth. So how do you use your faith to leverage those relationships to show young men another way? You know what I mean?
My life, bro. I mean, a lot of people know about Jacksonville. And when they look at them like, dang, Coach Wright, you from there? I'm like, yeah, I'm really from there. The trenches.
Yeah.
But I don't beat them across the head with a Bible.
Yeah.
I'm not going to force that on them.
Right.
If I'm led, if I'm discerning, and God says, okay, go speak to this person this way, I will. But I'm not the type, and I think that's the misconception of me. Everybody trying to figure out, man, why all these kids like racks?
Yeah, they do.
Why
they flock to rack?
It's the call on my life.
Yeah.
It ain't fabricated. It ain't a facade. I am who I am, one by the grace of God, but I'm not trying to fake who I am. Nor will I ever dumb down who I am because another person don't like the fact that these kids like me.
Right.
Our parents like me. I've been very impactful in this community since 2010. I ain't from here.
Right. Right.
So people don't see again the seeds that were sown way back when. Way before any of this.
Yeah.
Before I even became a head coach.
Right.
I take that back. I was coaching during my time to wait and to get drafted, because I went undrafted in 2011. When I didn't get picked up, I worked out with a few different teams. But bro, I started coaching in 2011, 12. North Raleigh Bulldogs.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Drake Thomas of the world, their Thomas, you know, Coach Thomas, that heritage. Like, he get not even him, some other coaches, you know, so Coach PA, like those guys. I said, look, I told the boys, I said, look, as long as I'm here, I'm gonna be out here with y'all practicing whatever. So that's however long ago. You know what I mean? You don't know that part.
Right.
So it's like those relationships that I built then allowed me, one, and that's before the Lord now.
Yeah.
I always believed, but I wasn't like how I am now.
Yeah.
But genuine relationships and me just being who I am allow people to draw. Like God say, like, you draw down to me, I will draw them in. Like, that's one of those situations that I can't stop who I am.
Right.
Because people don't like that kids or family members like me.
Right.
It just, I'm not going to stop.
Yeah. Now, how important is it though that our young men, because you get the opportunity to see them, and I've been a youth coach too, you can see that growth pattern. Yeah. And then unfortunately we see some that can stay on the straight and narrow, and we see some of them that can slide off. How important is it to you to be a part of the community, even though now you're a high school coach, but you still coach rap? And those young guys need to see it before they even get to you. Right.
It's hard, you know. It's hard at times because my heart screams. Right, my heart is so attached to every person, every kid, or every adult who I come in contact with. But I know I can't save them all. Right, and that's the hard part.
Yeah.
But even to that point, man, like, I'm out and I'm around and I help not just my kids. And I ain't gonna say no names, but it's other coaches in this state, our parents will say, Coach Rack, I don't know what to do as far as recruiting.
Right.
I don't know how to get my son visible. I know he don't play for you. I know you don't know me from can of paint, but can you somehow help me? Yeah, I can help you.
Yeah.
And I think some people are scared of that.
Very much so.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for me, it's like, how can I allow myself to be, quote unquote, a man of faith, a man of belief, and I'm not here to serve?
Right. Well, here's the thing that I wonder, and we know it, and I guess I think it's going to be this conversation is going to be fun because we know what we want to say, but we're going to have to stay somewhat PC just so we don't get we'll do that on another podcast. But I think the one thing that I noticed about you, and I met you that way, and you stayed consistent with it, is the ego is checked. But we're in an ego-driven sport, even with the coaches who are doing this. So how do you maintain checking your ego when you're like, man, I do this? Like, some of y'all playing, I do this. You know what I mean?
Pride comes before destruction. Simple. At the end of the day, the same way God gave it, he can take it away.
Right.
And I got to stay in that place of humble, because if not, he going to take it away from me.
Right.
But also at the same time, too, like, people don't even know, like, I don't care about social media stuff. I don't want to be in front of that stuff. But the people around me, like, bro, you got to do this.
Yeah.
This is how it's going to build it. Like, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
And one of my predecessors even said that, no, I don't like him because he's arrogant. You don't even know me.
Yeah.
I'm not arrogant.
Right.
If you have time to sit down and talk to me and understand who I am, you will know I don't care for this stuff.
Yeah.
My wife tells me all the time, you need to get out more. You need to be out. I don't like being in people's face.
Right.
I don't.
Yeah.
I like to be to my little box and my little bubble.
Yeah.
And I've noticed being in this light though that like you say, you got to have an ego check. And when I feel like I'm kind of getting away from that, I check myself.
Yeah.
I don't have yes men around me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a great staff of men. If they see me kind of teetering, going through what I'm going through, they go say, all right, bro, let's talk.
Yeah.
Even people from the outside that really know me, they'll say, let's have a conversation.
Yeah.
I don't have a big circle.
Right.
I don't have a big circle. I don't have a lot of support, believe it or not. So I think a lot of times people assume he egotistical or he arrogant or whatever the case may be because they don't see me with people.
Right.
But I gotta check myself all the time. And I tell God when I'm in my time of prayer, whatever, like, if I'm getting outside of your will, man, reveal it to me. Because I don't want to get outside of that. It's a scary place to be outside of.
Yes, it is. Do you think Florida shows up before Rackley, like as far as how people perceive you? Because, the one thing I heard was, how's he going to coach? He got dreads. And you look at the coaches that are in your conference, they ain't nobody else got no dreads. Matter of fact, I don't even think there is no black coach that got dreads. You know what I'm saying? So then he looks more like the younger guy. So do you think that Florida shows up before Rackley?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, because a lot of them, like, how did he get this opportunity? How did he get in that seat? I mean, I don't want to keep talking biblical, right? But the only way, for the ones that understand the Bible and how that works, the only way when Jesus came back, his friends believe he showed his scar. They ain't see my scars.
Right.
So people see me in perception of, hey, he got dreads, he black, he young, but they don't know my scars.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't see how many times I told the Lord, like, hey, man, I don't know if I can do this.
Right.
For my prayers, I don't feel like I'm being disobedient. I'm being, I'm not appreciative, but this is hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the perception of me is they only see one way, but they don't know me.
Right.
You know what I mean? They haven't got the chance to really know who I am.
Yeah.
And even for some of the coaches that's been around for a while that really do know me, now they clicking shit up now with other people, which is sad.
Yeah.
And make me pull myself away from them. But again, if I'm saying I'm by faith, I'm walking by faith, I'm in the Lord, I still gotta love them. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
That's the hard part when I know I can go sit down and have a conversation with people and I know they talking about my back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the part that hurt me the most, but I'm like, Lord, I'm trying to be like you.
I'm trying real hard.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think they get that part of me messed up because they saying me like, oh, he's from Jacksonville, Florida. he a thug, he this and this and this and this and this, but he didn't have the time. Never had the time to sit down and really talk to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the part. It hurts.
Yeah.
But I get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I get it.
Yeah. Now let's talk about the recruiting a little bit, because we know that there's no magic wand.
Yeah.
But a lot of people think you got the Midas touch where you can point like Oprah. You go to school, you go to school, you go to school. And they don't know that it doesn't work like that. So if you can, for parents and even the coaches know, but specifically for the parents, can you debunk that by just speaking about the work that you have to put in, your staff have to put in the students?
You're keeping your face card clean at the end of the day, because they see it now at Roseville.
Right.
They ain't see what I was doing at Leesville.
Right.
Relationships. Relationships is part of the game.
That's number one.
And some of these coaches that's been circling and been around the block a few different times in college, they still know me. From the time I was at Leesville. And if I'm being honest, a lot of coaches know me from when they would recruit me in high school. So they knew I always had a good face card value. And if I'm telling them about one kid and they see the results of one kid, they'll come back and say, man, we got some more kids.
Yeah. And
I can't even begin to tell you how many people, coaches there is that reach me out and be like, hey, coach, you know about this kid? Kid in Charlotte, kid in Georgia, kid in Florida, because they know I'm so connected.
Right.
But no, it's no magic wand, man. It's all about relationships. Like, even for my program, I only speak for my programs specifically. But like, when you graduate in 2015, mid-year kids, and they go into college in January, and they see the results of the hard work they put in, that's why they come back.
Right.
And if I can't sit up here and see you work hard, I'm not going to step that. You know what I mean? But I think a lot of times people think, oh, a lot of kids want to go to Roseville to get offered. No, they ain't. Listen, they ain't how it is.
Yeah.
These kids work hard behind the scenes. We just came from team camp last week.
Yeah.
And they grind.
Yeah.
That's part of the best team camp I've been a part of.
Okay.
Because they understand, like, football is like a vapor. You ain't going to have that much time. But I also tell my boys all the time, I don't care if Nick Saban walked through this door or if anybody that's in a lower level college program comes through the door, you need to treat everybody the same. Because you never know how it's going to come back full circle.
I know that's right.
And that's why coaches respect us. That's why our coaches respect me. And they'll tell me all the time, coach, if you step this kid at X, Y, Z school, you're going by to see it.
Yeah.
If you don't, we ain't going.
Right.
And I'm not being funny, but there's a lot of kids in this area that's getting opportunity because I did that. I'm not gonna call the coach.
Right.
Some coaches I tell like, hey coach, such and such coming on there. I told him about a few boys. But I feel like I shouldn't have to do that.
Right.
I don't care for the fame, and I don't care about that. Coach Rat did that for me. No, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
But the parents gotta understand, run your race. And a lot of times they get so frustrated with the process of not running their race. And now their kids feel that. Yeah. Kids get depressed. The kids going through different stuff because, like, man, how is he getting this? But I know I'm run your race. Yeah. But I think it first starts at home too, man. Because a lot of times parents don't even know. They're not educated enough to understand how does this look.
Right. So, right. Now, how are you managing the talent, the egos that come with wearing that? Because, you know, some people are Roseville and Coach Rack, and some people wear it. Some people it's in here, and some people it's just on their jersey. So how are you managing just the kids? Because, you know, they live in this. You know what I'm saying? Social media, everybody got cameras as soon as you come out of the bus and all that stuff. So how do you manage that to make sure that in the locker room everybody stays together?
It's a culture. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not shutting away from guys before me, but it wasn't no culture. Meaning it's only football and league. Like, we building men. Period, point blank. We have what's called temperature check Tuesdays, when we check on their mental health and see what you're struggling with. We have men made Mondays when we have them tying ties and changing tires, and they don't see that stuff. Right. They see Friday night. Yeah. So they don't see the stuff that goes through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, leading up to Friday night. Yeah. Saturday morning when we come in for film and stuff, they only see the glitz and the glamour. The thing that separates my boys and to keep my boys in that humble plane, same like I said before, and I tell them straight up, same way you got it, same way it can be taken away from you. I have how many kids that's committed right now. I said, y'all ain't there yet.
Yeah. Right.
You got to get there.
You got to get there.
But man, like we are a player-led team, not coach-driven. Meaning, I think I said it before, where if you're coach-driven, you're waiting on me to tell you what to do. Player-led, meaning they're taking the months themselves to get the extra reps in, to make sure they got study hall hours, to make sure that they got their grades taken care of. All of that make my job that much more easy, which wasn't here before. So it's a structure side of things. When I have parents texting me, Coach Rack, I don't know what you said or what you did, but thank you for such and such to come home and take care of the trash or clean his room up, because it's evident. I can care less about football. Football will go fade away at some point. What kind of husband you gonna become?
Right.
What kind of father you gonna become? What kind of whatever workforce you gonna be in, however that looks, how you gonna be when that time comes. And for me, when a kid come to my program, I tell them straight up, for my incoming freshman, it's not a 4-year plan, it's a 44-year plan. I'm not just in your life because you play football and you're good at it. Right. I'm here for the rest of your life as long as you allow me to be. Yeah. That's the difference. Yeah. Because, and it's not no script I give them when you go to school, when you go to the colleges and say this. No. Yeah. Man, Dabo Sweeney, Coach Franklin, Ryan Day, name a few. There's a few. Coach Belichick, a lot of other guys that's notable guys in college football. I'll call me and be like, Coach Rack, man, you got a good group of boys. Like the athletics part speaks for themselves. Yes. But the yes, sir, look me in my eye. Yeah. Shaking my hand. Coach, can I help you with doing anything? Talking to the janitor. He's like, Coach Freeman even told me, he's like, Coach, your culture at Roseville is similar to what we do here. They love everybody, talk to everybody. I say because that's what's instilled in them, one at home. Yeah. And I just kind of elevate that more when they come to us. People don't see that. Yeah. They just think they supposed to be dogs.
That's the expectation. Yeah.
Yeah. Big bear. Yeah. On the field and a teddy bear off the field. What you're supposed to be. Yeah. But they don't understand that because they only see Friday night. Right. They're so arrogant. They don't see the other side. Right. So it's refreshing to know, man, that, I have a lot of support with my parents, I have a lot of support with my community. If I pull on them and say, hey, I need you to come here and teach them how to take the ACT. Yeah. They have that support where the resources are plentiful. And I love that. I do love that part of Rolesville.
Is the community scared of us? Because what you're saying is a lot of what I've done, right? Sure, and when the college coaches coming through, y'all running this like a college program. But then when you walk away and you look at your peers or you have those conference meetings or things like that, you don't get the same conversation. Are they scared of the success because it's unknown or what? I know it's hard to speak for somebody else because we don't know their mind, but you can talk about the experience. What do you feel as though the fear of just letting us rock out and doing what we do?
I think it is the unknown, you know what I mean? Because you think about it, it's unprecedented, you know, in regards to just, I've took some of your tips, you know what I mean? Because I listen. I'm a sponge. I don't care if I play you on Friday night or not. If you say, all right, let's sit down and talk about X, Y, and Z, we go sit down and talk about it. Yeah. I'm not naive. Nor I am, I guess, egotistical enough to say, no, I don't want to sit down and talk to you. Right. That's crazy. Right. I won 0 state championships. Right. You got guys in this area that won plenty state championships. Yeah. That never had say, man, let me sit you down and talk to you about how I can help you. The only person that called me last year, real talk now, only person that called me last year when I made my run to the state championship was D-Rod. Coach D-Rod called me and said, hey, bro, block all the noise out, sit down, take a deep breath, get whatever you got to get in. Like, we talked like almost 2 hours on the phone. And I appreciated that because I'm like, dang, this man ain't have to do this. Right. But I don't have that. Right. So I think a lot of it is, as I'm just being transparent, as brothers, I thought I would have a little more support. Like, let me help this young brother out a little bit. I don't have that. So when they see the success in a short span of time, it's unheard of. Right. You got a young black guy from Jacksonville that they see just from Jacksonville with a 26-4 record in 2 years. Yeah. And he went to the state championship in year 2. Yeah.
He must be doing something illegal.
Yeah. He ain't even from here. Yeah. I've been coaching for 25 years and I ain't never been to the state championship. Right. What is he doing? Right. They hate that. Yeah. But my thing is, I'm not selfish. Bro, we can sit down and talk about what it looked like. What culture looked like.
I agree.
What buy-in looked like. what I'm doing behind the scenes the right way, that you'll be like, hey, bro, you really doing it the right way.
Right.
There's plenty of people that I've said to other people, I said, man, I don't want such and such kid. If that kid ain't right, I don't want him.
Right.
It's been coaches through my friends I know. I got whiff of, that kid trying to come to your program. Well, for what? Nah, he don't need to come over
Stay
here.
over there.
Tell that coach he trying to come over here.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna talk about that.
Right.
But I think they're scared of it, bro, because they don't know what it look like. This area never seen this plethora of offers.
Right.
At one school, I saw something the other day. I didn't even know till Trent texted, because Trent texted me. He was like, bro, the article was dope. What they sent out about my 4 boys.
The 4 horsemen.
First thing they said, ain't no way in the world all these kids is from that one area. They don't live in the area, blah, 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 blah. What people don't know about Roseville is this. When they first built Roseville in 2014, well, was it 14? 2011, I think. 2011 or 2014, whatever the case may be. But they put all the bad kids at Roseville.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They put all the bad kids at Roseville and like, they ain't going to be by nothing.
Yeah.
So now, to see the success, but people don't even know, even during the time before I even got to Roseville, I always told people, Roseville is a hot pocket. The right people, the right coaching, the right opportunities, they going to be good.
Yeah.
Shots out to Samick for what he did do, because when he got there, he showed that for that short period of time. We always had talent. It's just the lack of certain things that transpired that people just like, dang, well, why they now becoming relevant?
Yeah.
No, we always been relevant.
Yeah.
It was different because of certain circumstances. But I think for our guys that's in our conference and stuff like that, or even statewide or whatever, they don't know what it look like. They been doing it on the West.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
Easily.
been doing it on the West.
Yeah.
Now that we're doing it, and it's giving us a lot of light in our area, it's bad.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to me because like my whole thing is like you want that positive publicity, positive reinforcement, knowing that our kids on the east side of the state are doing something great.
Yeah.
We don't got to go to Charlotte no more.
Yeah. Right. But
the fact that they don't even support it is crazy. And it's like, it's sad, really.
It is.
But it is what it is, man. That's the hands I was dealt, cards I was dealt.
I'm glad you get to run it because I get to shut up now. Because that's what I used to be, the soapbox I was on. Like, this is crazy. Yeah. But I do feel as though it's also because, we're not from here.
No, we're not.
And I explain that to people, like, it's different because they look at it as how can you impact this community so quick, so fast, and let them be so successful. Yeah. Now, let me ask you this though, because with all this going on, you've had players who have survived cancer. You've had players who have been, in incidents outside of the field that ain't got no control. You ain't got no control over. That you got players that have passed. Yeah. How do you separate from this to be able? Because you got children and a wife that still need you. So what self-care do you do? How do you separate from that to where, because you can't, a player passing is something that no coach ever wants to experience. Unfortunately, I have experienced it as well, and it stays with you. Yeah. But you also know you got your family and your children that you have to be there for as well. So how do you manage this? How do you separate Rainier from Rack?
Man, that's loaded. Man, I told myself I won't go cry again, bro. But it's hard, dog.
Take your time, man. Take your time.
It's hard, bro. I never been a quitter, dog. You know what I'm saying? So, but I just had a conversation last week we was at camp, and I opened up to the boys. I'm like, hey, man, mental health real. You know what I'm saying? I said, man, a few coaches are going to be in the room next week. I mean, tonight, talking. If y'all want to come in and talk about whatever, we there. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, it's not mandatory, but I want to give y'all a different outlet to release whatever it is that you got going on to come up here and talk. And if you don't feel comfortable talking amongst all of us together, we'll pull off to the side, whatever the case may be. And a few guys came up, so two of my rising seniors, and before they even could start talking, man, I started off. I'm like, look, I told them straight up, Like a lot of stuff my coaches didn't know, a lot of stuff my players didn't know, and now I'm balling, bro, because it's like, and I told my wife this the other day, like sometimes you feel like you're by yourself.
Yes, sir.
Then it's heavy. You know what I'm saying? It's hard, bro. Like, everybody want to talk about the or what they think that such and such doing, or what they think I'm not doing, or whatever the case may be. But nobody call and check on me. So-called people that say they respect me, that will crush me the more, because I don't really, outside of my family, my church family, and my boys, I don't really have that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that drives me the more and make me so much more try to perfect my craft.
Yeah.
Not just as a coach, but as a person. Because there's so many people sitting back waiting on me to fall.
Yeah.
Not saying, bro, I see you struggling. Let me help you pull your arms up. You know what I'm saying? Or let me help you in whatever area the case may be it is, but they don't know that. So for me, man, like you said, my first year as the head coach, one of my best players on my team, Jonathan Henney, he got shot. Well, I was in Jacksonville thinking, it was like, I'm in Jacksonville coaching with the Jaguars. I get a call 1 o'clock in the morning. He shot.
Yeah.
I'm in total shock. Like, bro, what do I do? I'm here. I didn't know he was going to survive. I didn't know what was going on, but I had to stand on my faith. That was in June. Fast forward to July, the Marion Elps died.
Yeah.
This is dude like a son to me.
Right.
I mean, his dad is like this. That's like my brother. I got him into coaching with me. Died in his sleep from a stroke in my first year. I'm like, God, you ain't tell me all this.
Right. Right.
You ain't tell me all this, man. You ain't tell me this was going to happen. But I had to stand strong on what I believe, man. And it was tough. Like, people don't even know during that time. I don't like saying the D word that much, but like, I was really going through depression, bro. Like, on my own, struggling, like trying to maintain. And that's why when I said that year it was personal, people thought it was a jab. It's, nah, it ain't about y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, this
It
is
got nothing
me.
to do with y'all. It's personal.
Yeah.
Y'all really don't know what's really going on between outside the lines. This is a personal year.
Yeah.
People that's inside my building and they really want me to have a job, all type of stuff.
Yeah.
You know some of the stuff because we had these conversations. But so people making jabs like it's you talk about, man, ain't got nothing to do with y'all. We really going through stuff, real life stuff.
Yeah.
Fast forward to that, last year, a kid that been with me since he was in the 6th grade, I get a call from his pops that he got cancer. But that rocked me.
Right. Right.
The day before we were starting the playoffs, the week before we were starting the playoffs, I got a call that my boy, this is like my son. Like I call him my white son. This is like, Gavin Marks was like a son to me.
Yes, sir.
One of the strongest people. This man never missed a high school football game. Never missed a game. And they get a call that said this man got cancer.
Right.
Bro, that took me out, bro.
Yeah.
Like, real, that took me out, bro. I'm like, Lord, like, I thought you told me I would go through this again. And I had to go face my team again and tell them, man, Gavin got cancer.
Yeah.
Bro, that brought me, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you the type of kids I got, though. Both times in these instances, the first time it happened with D, I say, hey, man, whatever, and the crazy thing about it is, I just came to think about it, I was walking on the practice field both times that happened. I got the call. That morning when D died, I was walking on the field to start practice. And then that afternoon when I got the news, when Mr. Marks called me about Gavin, I got the news, I was walking on the field. I was like, okay. But during those times, I'll tell you the type of kids I have. I told them, I said, hey, man, y'all boys can go home. Y'all can stay. Y'all can talk. Whatever y'all need to do, do it.
Yeah.
Bro, do you know 85% of them boys when it worked out? Because that's what they said. They said D wouldn't want this way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gavin wouldn't want it this way.
Yeah.
That's the stuff people don't say. And if I'm being honest and transparent, bro, I told my wife this, and I told a couple of the parents, I'm like, man, June and July scares me. Let me get past June and July.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what's going to be next.
Yeah.
Nah, man, it's heavy, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's heavy. And this was like this year, I'm like, Lord, okay. Not say I'm being fearful because I know he didn't give me the spirit of fear, but I'm like, Lord, like, prepare my heart
Yeah.
for whatever it is that may come about, and there was some stuff coming about without saying too much. Some families, some of the boys have some personal stuff going on. Family got some stuff going on, but it was. But I think now it's like I'm grounded a different way. Yeah, that I'm not saying I'm prepared for it, but I understand the mantle. I understand the heaviness. I understand the crown. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, that I gotta carry. And be able to stand strong, and not just be stand strong, but be able to be vulnerable too. Because if we're not showing vulnerability, how we expect these boys to run through a brick wall for us?
Absolutely.
That's impossible.
Right. And that's the part I think for me, because I'm fighting mine back, because I think my harshness towards even coaching again was because I sat in that seat and how people tearing me apart. And some of my worst critics were people that had no idea that when, the one kid that we had whose car flipped over 6 times on the street and almost died, the whole team was the first people there before anybody else, before admin, for that. And we sat with that. You know what I'm saying? And then this kid, his dad calls you to say, I just need y'all to say a few words to him while he's sitting in a coma state. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand that you at the hospital as this is one of your own, but then they want to criticize Friday night. And that's why I asked this question, and I'm going to ask you, I asked all the other coaches, and I'm going to ask you the same question as well. As a black man, is there a different weight that you carry, or is there a different level of responsibility that you feel you carry when you're looking at predominantly young black men that you feel that our counterparts don't experience?
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's the hard part for me is trying to see the difference and use discernment of, because I have a lot of Caucasian friends and white. And to be honest, shout out to Bob Winstead, one of the first guys that took me under his wing when I came to this area, real tall, and showed me the ropes to a lot of different stuff. Yeah, like for real. And for me, perception is real, because where I came from, I didn't have that. Right. Like anytime I felt like somebody of color, of different color, would try to come to me and help me out, I'm like,
what's behind it?
Yeah, what's the motive? Yeah. Right. So at first it kind of, but no, man, it's heavy. Like, and I can't speak about other coaches, but I'm sure that they got their own battles, their own struggles. But I guarantee you, if such and such would have been in the seat that I'm in, half of the scrutiny wouldn't even be a part.
Correct. Agreed.
You can't sit up here and say that we get the same hand that's dealt, and that's okay, because obviously sometimes it's what we pray for, right? But like, they can go do certain stuff, go to different counties, go to different states, like ain't nothing ever happened. Right. But we do that.
You're done.
We front center over everything else.
You're done.
Without even knowing your character.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the part, like, dang, why us?
Yeah.
But again, it's the weight, though. It's the crown that he allowed us to carry. But, man, what I found out, what I've been staying strong on is win from within. And that means, like, block out the noise, because there's going to be a lot of it. But with this inner circle, these boys, these my coaches, I can't really go outside of that. And my parents, you got to really know who around you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really have to know who around you and really have your best interests at heart, because you just don't know. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just don't know. And I'm sure for us, man, it is heavy. You know, I seen you go through it from afar, bro. Like, and I mean, I seen you go through it, and I'm like, damn, I don't know how you do it.
Yeah. You know it was like, I share a lot of your sentiments. Like, right now I got to be on my Ryan Clark when, Ryan Clark was talking to Michael Beasley, like, man, I'm here, bro. Because a lot of it is like, as a coach, you feel like, how much are you intruding versus how much like, I can know. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, I am on record now saying it like, I'm going to do a better job checking in, because I do know what it's like, and I do hear the outside scrutiny. That's why I said, how do you separate from it? Because, I mean, to be honest, there have been many nights for me that my bathroom floor held some tears. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in there, and even my fiance didn't know that I'm just breaking down, thinking about the kids, thinking about, like, how we going to get through just the personal part. And so I did not do a good job separating Block from Ken.
Yeah.
And it took over. Next thing you know, I'm in the hospital because, you know, matter of fact, after we played Leesville, that game put me in the hospital because you're carrying everything. Bro. So then that's why I wanted to know just how do you separate that? Because like you said, mental health is real, man.
Real. And just about, you know, just talking about hospital, bro. What was this, 2021, probably 22. Bro, people don't even know this, but that year, I was a JV head coach or whatever. We was playing Wakefield. Was it Wakefield? Yeah, we played Wakefield on the Monday. No. Played Millbrook the week before. We were supposed to play Wakefield, but they had postponed it to that Monday. That weekend, bro, I was in the hospital. They thought I had a mini stroke. Bro, I'm 36.
Right.
Mini stroke?
Right.
No, I'm 34. 33, 34. Like, what you mean though?
Holding that stress.
What? Nah, not me.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's because you care. You know what I'm saying? And like for me, I had to learn how to really cast my burdens because if I carried it, I'm gonna be stressful. I'm gonna show it. Like last year, I think I told you, and I showed one of my boys, Coach Wade, one of my brothers. It was a picture that was took of me, and bro, that's probably was the worst I ever seen myself. After the game, we had won and everything, but just the look on my face was just like heavy. I'm like, bro, I don't want to look at it no more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for me, I have to learn how to not be so much accessible and block my, like I posted a few weeks ago, protect your peace.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know that, you're going to be pulled on each side. And you're going to feel like because I wear a lot of hats. Within football, without football, at home. Like, Sunday to Sunday, I'm going, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going. Literally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But again, it's one of them things, like, I have to be vulnerable and show that I'm not afraid to talk about it. But it's just tough when you really don't have that. Like, I was texting you a few weeks ago, and I told you, bro, look, I'm struggling.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to say that.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times us as men, not even by color, but as men, we don't know how to share that. And then, but then your boys pick up on it. One of my boys, matter of fact, it was Amir. He came up to me about 2 weeks ago and just gave me a hug. I love you,
Yeah.
He don't even know how much that meant to me.
Yeah. That's Jaden Worthen for me. It seems like my quarterback.
Yeah.
It seems like whenever I'm down, I don't know how he still know.
Yeah.
You good, OG?
Yeah, man. It's just, even guys that I've coached from youth ball at Leesville to now, they just randomly hit me up. And I'm like, hey, that means so much because it's like, I know I made an impact. You know what I mean? So that's why I try to, again, it's hard to separate the two at times, but I know, like, I'm doing it for the greater good, regardless of what others may say, because I'm not doing it for men. I'm not doing it for the naysayers. I'm not doing it for that. I'm only doing it, one, to move the needle and glorify God, but at the same time, because one day we gotta get up there and we gotta contest to that.
Yeah, that book gonna be open. What you do?
What kind of lives you impact?
Yeah.
So all this other stuff, it's heavy, but they don't know what my cause is.
Yeah.
They only see, he at Roseville. Like, you don't know what I had to go through to get this job.
And what I'm going through to keep it.
What I'm going through to keep it. You feel what I'm saying? And my sanity.
Yeah.
So, but I'm doing better with, man, just separating the two. For me, when I get to the garage door, everything else left outside.
Yeah.
I try my best to not pick up the phone and not answer certain calls and things like that, which my wife do give me grace in that. But when I get to that door, man, I try to shut it all off.
Yeah.
Because I don't want the outside stuff that I'm dealing with come in to affect my house.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, people don't realize, yes, I'm a head coach, but I'm a head coach at home first.
Yeah.
That's my first team.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if I ain't in right line with them and how I go by doing day-to-day stuff, how can you expect me to pour into your son?
Right.
And I think that's the stuff people don't know. But I try my best to leave it at that door, man. Even when I come to the field, the practice field, and whatever I got going on at home or in the school, I leave outside the gate because I expect the boys to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Best way possible. And I think a lot of times we don't take our coach hat off. We try to keep it on all. You can't be coach all the time.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you ain't protecting your peace, you ain't good for nobody.
Right. Right. So now this is the leadership and legacy, or legacy and leadership series.
Right.
So the first question is going to be, What does leadership mean to you?
Good question. Lead from the front out the back. Like what are you doing behind the closed doors when nobody not watching you? How can you look in your family or look at the ones around you and say, I'm a leader, but you're doing all the stuff that's not right. Or you doing all the stuff that you shouldn't be doing to always carry that title. But leadership don't have to be because you're in front of people. What are you doing when no one's watching you? How are you continue to move the norm or get outside the norm of your title and really lead from the front?
Yeah.
So for me, that's what leadership means.
And then my next question is going to be, whenever Coach Rack, you got a long time, but whenever Coach Rack decide I'm done, what do you want your legacy to be? What do you want people to say when you decide, hey, I done gave it all I got and it's time for me to go ahead and kick back a little bit?
Impact, man. What type of impact did he make? You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, the trophies, the records, the offers, the scholarships, all that stuff is great, but it don't matter if you didn't make an impact.
Yeah.
Because one thing you can take with you is how you pass the torch, or how you help the next person out. Them accolades go fade.
Yeah.
Records made to be broke.
Yeah.
But the impact that you make on a person's life, go stick with them for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
So that's for me.
Cool. And my final question, and I'm going to get you out of here, man. What are we expecting from the Roseville Rams this year? Because you graduated a lot of kids.
42.
Woo.
42.
All right. So then now what are we expecting this year?
A different type of edge.
Okay.
You know, because even when I got the job, you know, it was one of them situations where, man, Roseville lost Noah Rogers. They lost Marcus Cooley. They lost blah, blah, blah. The thing about it is my guys work. And I think this year we go see a different type of team, a fast, physical, more focused team, a more persevering team, and we go shock a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, we go shock a lot of people. Of course, we quote unquote the big dogs of the East, but we don't care about that. We ain't win.
Y'all
nothing.
big dogs now.
We ain't win nothing though. The only thing we won was a conference championship.
Yeah.
That's not satisfying for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So for me, it's again all the stuff that people don't see from Thursday to Monday. Friday night is the show. Like I just told them last week, y'all work y'all job all week. Whatever, if y'all got a job outside of school and football, y'all got a job. If you don't get paid on Friday, you feel like your job ain't rewarded.
Yeah.
So either you go get paid, or you go let them take your check from you. And I think that's the mindset they kind of switch. And I just talked to the boys a few days ago when we was at camp, and I was telling them the motto or whatever for this year is how will you respond. Went to the state championship, lost. How will you respond? Some of our boys got some personal stuff going on. How you respond? Everyone is waiting on Rolesville to fail.
Yeah.
But how would you respond? And how would you help your brothers come together and figure out how we would respond? So I think, you know, that's where we at right now. But we go be all right.
Cool.
We lost a lot, but we gained a lot.
Yeah.
You know, in regards to just we had guys that's been in the program for years. They had to step up. And I tell my seniors all the time, I coach this team. This is y'all team.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you want something to change, make it change.
Yeah.
Lead these young boys up, and young boys challenge these older guys to make sure that they keep their quote unquote leadership mantra or whatever.
Hold them accountable.
You know what I mean? Because if we're not holding each other accountable, how can we win on Friday night? It's impossible.
Yep.
But I think we're gonna be all right, man. We're gonna be
cool.
all right. Yeah.
So how do we follow the Roseville Rams? What channels do we follow you guys on if somebody's watching this and they want to just tune in and track your progress?
Roseville High School, Instagram is Rams Football NC. Same on Twitter, Rams Football NC.
Cool.
Yeah.
So make sure you come out on August 16th to the Bull City Classic. Coach Rack is going to be the second game. They're going against the New Bern Bears, which will be our last interview that we have. So make sure you come out. You can grab your tickets now on Eventbrite if you would like to go ahead and grab those now, or you can wait in the long line at the gate. That's all going to be up to you. But this is Coach Block, First and Goal 365 podcast. Thank you for tuning in, and peace.